in the middle of negotiations, we would go to some far-off place on the West End to have dinner to make sure there weren't any spies around wondering about the church and school. And Father would call me, and we'd talk in code, and he'd call and he'd say, the morning sun rises slowly in the east. And I would reply, and the evening dew sits softly on the grass. And so we had this little code that we worked through, but at the end of it all, it was truly a gift from God, and you can see Our Lady's hand in that. And since 1985, the summer of 1985, we've been here, and we're all very, very thankful for that. So, good afternoon, Father Jenkins, Dr. Birch, esteemed faculty and staff, parents, relatives, friends, and most especially our primary school and high school graduates. Before I do begin the content of the speech, I really want to thank Father Jenkins for asking me to speak today, and frankly acknowledge his incredible effort. You see, Father asked me to speak at last year's graduation, but I declined because I had plans to be in Washington, D.C. to attend my nephew's high school graduation there. At the time, however, I don't remember this, but at the time, however, I apparently did agree to speak this year. So while I had forgotten about that over the course of an entire year, about a month ago, I did get a text from Father that said, and I could just hear Father Jenkins' voice coming through in the text, Mr. Woodman, I'm assuming we can still count on you to speak at graduation. And of course I said, Father, absolutely. And of course Father had not forgotten, despite my short memory. So you have me this year. And I consider it a real honor, and I mean that sincerely. Although it's been said that people tend to not remember graduation speeches, I'll attempt to leave you with just a few thoughts that can take you forward from today for the high school graduates and also the primary school graduates as well. And what I want to share with you today, my thoughts I want to share with you today are really about two things. One is gratitude, and the second really is about leadership and courage and leadership, as Dr. Birch referred to. So first, gratitude. You know, I would tell you, in all things, be grateful. Don't feel entitled. There's a lot going on in this country right now about entitlements, and when we look at the world today, morally, socially, politically, economically, you know, we may be tempted to lose hope, to fall to an entitlement type of mentality. Yet today, of all days, we should be elevated to a greater sense of hope and gratitude. Gratitude to the God who has given us so much, our faith, our beautiful church, your academy, and most importantly, he's given himself to us. You know, what other religion ever possessed God in the way we Catholics do? His very body and blood, soul and divinity, resident before us in the tabernacle and given to us in the form of supersubstantial bread. Thank God first every day, every day. Remember the story, you know the story about the 10 lepers. When our Lord was on his way to Jerusalem, and these men called out for our Lord to have mercy on them. And our Lord did. He said, go and show yourselves to the priests. And as they were going, a wonderful thing happened, right? They were healed. They were free from their leprosy. We can just imagine the joy that they felt. 9 of the men continued on, however, but one turned back and came to our Lord. He fell at our Lord's feet and thanked him. Only one. 10 were healed, but only the one came back to thank and praise our Lord, and his faith was made whole. Well, I challenge you every day that you get up, no matter what you're doing, to be that one. Be that one every day. And thank God for his mercy and blessings he's given to you. Secondly, thank others. Thank others genuinely, not gratuitously. In general, I've noticed that over the last few years, Academy graduates have been coming back to the school to speak with you and encourage you. And I understand that just yesterday, and I think someone spoke about it earlier, Andrew